Hey, I'm Claire.
And I'm Tara.
And you're listening to No Contingencies, the PCB pod. We have a very special guest today. Everybody say hi, Marco.
Hello, Marco.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marco. Thanks for having me on today.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, I'm going to let Tara take the reins because last time we had a guest, she told me I needed to shut up.
No, I did not.
Without further ado, Tara, please,
No.
ask your questions and I'll just sit here.
Stop. I just wanted to, so Marco, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. Thanks for coming on. I just wanted to start off with saying you're new to the brokerage that we work at, but not originally from here.
Yep, I'm not.
So where are you coming from?
I live in the suburbs about an hour south of Chicago in Illinois. And, just been coming down here for vacation for most of my life since I was a kid. Kind of like a generational family trip. And, it's just like I always either wanted to come back down here or to Texas, and it was just kind of a debate. I was thinking whether or not where I wanted to move to. I didn't want to spend my whole adult life in Illinois, pretty much.
Okay. So the Florida coast one. Where in Texas would have been?
Well, I went to college at A&M Corpus Christi.
That's right.
Which was, like kind of a beach school, pretty much, right on the water. Yeah.
We have a conversation.
Yeah, so I do like this warmer climate for sure. It's very cold up in Illinois. And if I did move back, like after I finished school, I went back home, worked for my dad for a couple of years, and then I just decided to completely start a new chapter in my life in real estate down here. But if I did move back to Texas, I probably would have went like to Dallas. I mean, it's getting real popular over there. One of my best friends actually lives there too. And there's a lot of opportunities there.
Would you have done real estate in Dallas?
I might have done real estate too there, and probably something else too, maybe something with finance.
So why real estate here? So you live here.
Yeah.
You've lived here for how long?
About a month.
Okay. And then real estate was like your choice because what was the draw of real estate?
Well, I know the market has its ups and downs, of course, but I wanted to, it's a completely new start for me, right? I don't really have a sphere of influence built up down here. I'm completely new to it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like once I kind of got the ball rolling, I got my foot in the door, I'm pretty good with talking to people. And I just thought could be some potential one day for it.
So when you say you all would come down here and visit, is it the area you live in now, 30A, or have you ever ventured?
I haven't ventured much over here across the bridge, but the farthest I've probably gone is to Captain Anderson's. Used to do a couple deep sea fishing trips and do the Shell Island thing on the jet skis. So that's pretty fun. But yeah, typically we would stay at a condo right off of 98 in Front Beach Road, that Ramsgate big condo over there. That's where we typically stay. And then just over the years, kind of started venturing out more down on 30A.
Okay.
So your family bought a place down here then eventually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a small place down here.
Cool. So this is the farthest east you've driven? Basically
much,
coming to this studio. That's fun. Okay, so real estate, you decided that'd be a good spot for you to pop into. Do you have any nuances that you're running into being new to the real estate? But I know you said you touched on fear of influence. It's so funny because I feel like it's one of the things they tell you pull from your fear of influence.
Yeah.
Well,
Fear of influence.
We just did the Halloween podcast before this.
We did just do a Halloween podcast.
Fear?
You said fear of influence twice.
My bad. Sorry,
it's okay.
guys. Fear of influence.
It's okay.
But it's hard whenever you move to a new place and maybe you don't have a lot of people, and then you're also in an area where I feel like there's so many realtors anyway. So anyone you meet probably knows 5 to 10 other realtors. So it's hard. But are there any roadblocks you're running into or things that you find, I don't know, wish were different, or just what's your take on being a new realtor, I guess, really?
Some roadblocks is getting started and learning the few different softwares we're using and narrowing down a specific place. If someone calls with a question is I just saw this house off of this street or whatever. And
You're pulling
like,
up Apple Maps.
yeah,
You're like,
no,
Can you give me
blah,
that
blah, blah
exact?
street.
yeah, like I just asked Claire the other day to like filter down specifically like a rental or whatever, and so that kind of takes some learning to do.
Yeah.
But also just like trying to build up my sphere of influence, like meet more people, and I honestly like I want to make some flyers and do like some door knocking pretty much, or like
Oh,
just to like get
Not a bad idea.
myself out there, because like you guys have been doing real estate for a while, and I'm new to
Decades.
this area. Like even if I was doing it up in Illinois and then I came down here,
yeah.
at least I would like know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I still got some learning, but honestly, everyone is real nice over at the office, and I appreciate that. Everyone's real helpful. Like if I have some questions.
It's such a family vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
It is
And
a big
I
family
love
vibe.
that. So
Yeah. Yeah, our office is great. Our entire brokerage is
I would
great.
agree. I would
very,
agree.
very family feel.
I think it's hard whenever you first start real estate. Is like, where do I start?
yeah.
What do I do? We had a meeting just the other day, and I felt like it was really good. Brian Cloudis was like, look, you just got to figure out what's your niche, like what you're good at. Like if it's not doing open houses and you're miserable, why do it? Like figure it out. And door knocking, I've considered too, whenever like things have been like up and down.
Y'all are brave.
It's okay. I think all it is it's just small talk. And then they may or may not want to, have you there and slam the door in your face. But, it builds, I guess, your self-esteem. I could break it down.
we talked about cold calling on
I
our second
know.
episode. I'm not going door to door.
So cold calling was something I had to do.
Yeah, I need to do that too. Like, I want to. Yeah, do you ever do that with like like say you pull up your hot sheet? Do you ever do that with like expired or canceled listings?
I have never done it for expired or canceled listings. I have done it for a builder who was looking for a deal. So I would do it straight from like the property appraiser site, and then I would have to like backdoor find the way to get their phone number, and then be like, hey, I've got a buyer who's interested in a property. Would you be willing to sell? And that was tough. That was really tough. Character building, I feel like I probably do a better job now, but it was like what I did the first year I came to our brokerage. Expired listings are really big. A lot of people will do that. The key is to make sure that when you're looking it up that it's not already reactive. So you have to like just, it's a lot of
check.
back. Yes.
Or for sale by owner. I feel like that's a big cold call. But I could only do so many of people being like, don't ever call this number again. Before I'm like, okay, I'm not cold calling anybody
Yeah,
else.
it's not
like,
for the faint of heart. It really isn't.
Yeah.
But I think door knocking might have more, I think you might get a better outcome because you're face to face.
Yeah.
Instead of a voice on the other side, you're human, and people can be rude when they're behind a keyboard or behind a phone. Like, but when you're face to face, they have a little more decency. They might politely
And they'll
tell
be like
you to,
that. They might be thinking like, you know what? That takes courage.
Yes.
I might give them a chance, or like at
yeah,
least want to
totally.
hear them out.
Totally.
Maybe I'll do it with you when it cools off
Yeah.
one day instead of sitting at the office.
Yeah, you guys have fun. Let me know
When
how
it's
it
not
goes.
like 90 degrees out.
So you've only been here for like a month, you said. So what have you? So what's your thought on the social life?
Well, the social life, it's different for sure.
Do you mind saying how old you are, real quick?
24.
Yeah, and single, right?
I am single.
Just for the ladies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different. Like Claire said, it is, especially on 38, it's a very touristy side of town. So, like I'll go out and watch some college football on Saturday or whatever and like talk to some people and whatnot. I'm not like socially awkward, so I guess that's good. But it is kind of different. Very sure.
It's a hard place to meet people, like make friends and, like meet people that aren't transient.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say so. I feel like where you live might be like a better
My
vibe.
best friend is 72,
Well,
so,
I meant like the location wise we were talking about in a previous
yeah,
episode.
I mean, like being downtown, like where I am, there's a lot more locals, and like people that have been there for a long time.
And probably closer in your age. You're probably running into a lot of people who are like my age and older, 45, 50. I'm not 45, I'm 40, but
She's 55.
great skincare. But you know what I mean? They're probably a little older. Like you're probably more close to their kids' age, I would imagine. Like the people you're running into on 38, if they're not
Yeah,
vacationing.
but those are the people that can afford to buy real estate.
Exactly.
This is true. You gotta-
Yeah.
So whenever I used to bartend at this restaurant for many, many, many years, we always had quite a few realtors that would come in and hang out at the bar and be locals. But there was always this one specific one we used to give them a hard time all the time. Never left a conversation without dropping their card. never left a conversation without dropping their card. And I tell you what, man, that was a very successful realtor for a long time. A couple of them were. And now being in the game, I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad thing to do. Like, so what? It may come off cringy to some. They might never take it with them, but like, you're never.
Oh, cringy?
I don't know.
I would not care. Like,
I know, but I think that's part of the salesy part of it where you kind of.
I think you have to draw a line though between like when am I doing too much?
Yeah.
You know, like am I overly like pushing like here's my card.
Yeah.
Like,
You
know,
just
like
always
there's just
left
like certain scenarios and situations where it's like, okay, enough is enough.
Read the room.
You know? Yeah. Read
So
the room.
not like at
Read
a
the room.
funeral or.
Yeah.
A funeral is insane.
Joking.
A funeral is crazy.
you
Now
imagine?
a wedding, hello,
Yeah.
but a funeral,
So I've heard you've already been in the process, or have you guys closed? What is it? A first
no,
deal?
we've
Not
not
yet.
closed that yet.
Okay. Is there any way we could get some insight without giving too much details of your experience with this first transaction,
this
possibly?
episode won't be out until after we close for sure.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
So go ahead.
So you're currently in the process of your first deal, learning, I'm sure, a lot.
Yeah, I am. And honestly, I'm kind of grateful for that because like everyone has been real friendly and nice to me over at the office, and I appreciate that.
But not
But
as much as
Claire's like,
Claire.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, kind of like mentoring me a little bit. She's like, you know, knows I'm new and has been helping me out. And honestly, like I would not know what to do. So it is nice, like seeing the paperwork side with the contracts and whatnot, and making all these different phone calls and double checking up on emails. And I don't know when I would have got that.
Yeah.
And it's super nice to have. And it's definitely a learning experience for sure.
I think like it's such I don't know, it's like a full circle moment of like, I remember being the new person and an older guy in our office was like, hey, like, I know you have nothing going on. Like, let's go do this. And it's so nice to be able to be the person to like throw someone else a bone and, you know, like help teach. And, you know, I'll be like teaching him and then I'll go home at night and I'll be like about to fall asleep. And I'm like, oh, did I tell him? Like, is that right? Like, should I have said that? And, you know, it's fine. But poor Marco has been through a lot. We were under contract on something. We had to release and cancel.
Yeah, but it's great.
It is great.
Yeah.
So he had to sit in a group chat of me and the other agent going back and forth. And I think I called you or texted you and I was like, did you enjoy that? And he was like, that was a lot. I'm like, yeah.
Well, welcome to real
So
estate.
he's already been through a release and cancellation. And then we were really lucky that our buyer like immediately was like, okay, like show me something else. And so we went under contract. So he got to write an offer. And do a couple other things, you know, send stuff from Dotloop. He got to watch me deal with a title company who was refusing to give back an escrow deposit that was like contractually due back to the buyer.
Oh, from your release and cancel?
Yeah. And they were like, well, can we ask why? And I went to the head of our office and they were like, no, you may not. Yeah. No, you may not ask why. Be like buyers exercising their right to cancel. So, I mean, Marco's learned a lot of like, just like dealing with not fun situations, but we're close to the finish line. And you know, it'll be exciting.
It sounds like a good mentorship because it honestly sounds like you're getting a lot of different facets.
You're learning a lot of
multiple
different
deals.
things. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you never know. Like, well, we've said this a million times. It's like every transaction, I'm sure you've heard it in the office. Like, it's you're learning something every transaction.
No two deals are the same, ever.
And you are super willing to learn. I will give you that. You've been
Super
in the
willing to
office.
learn.
Like, you've helped me out. And I'm like, hey, Marco, can you go over to this place and help move furniture?
Yeah. No, that was like.
I will be buying you a drink later for that. I owe you and I have not forgot.
That is one
you
thing.
You have been such like hit the ground running, wanting to, willing to learn. Claire's been a great mentor. I think it's fabulous.
Thanks, guys.
No, you really have. And I think that what I will say, I remember when I was first new into real estate, having someone bring you along for every step of the way of the deal and be like, look, I'm willing to either, however you decide, split 50-50, it's all the business between you and the person who's helping. But mainly you're there to learn a ton. Like I just need to be at every step of the way. Keep me in the, I'm sure that group chat was real fun to watch, but you're like, so much I'm learning right now. You know what I mean? Like you're learning so much, the ins and outs, and every realtor you deal with is different, but the cancel and release is huge. And then having to deal with I've never had to worry about a deposit yet.
That was a lesson that I learned because the people who had listed that house are one of those businesses that like, they're like, we'll guarantee you an offer within 3 weeks. And if not, so it's like kind of like already sketchy. So the title company was down in Fort Lauderdale. And so whenever we released and canceled, I called Tom, we know who you are. I call Tom and I'm like, hey, like, remind me all my steps. I haven't released and canceled anything since my first year, which is like very lucky, very blessed. And he was like, who's holding the escrow? And I was like, oh, the title company in Fort Lauderdale. And he goes, Claire. And I was like, what? He was like, don't send money like down to Fort Lauderdale, like have it held locally. Yeah. So that way, if they're refusing to give it up, like we'll be like, oh, well, we know these people, you know, like, come on. Like,
well, lesson
you know,
learned.
So that was a lesson learned. I don't remember why I just said that. But
because the people who you were dealing with is like, oh, we'll sell your house in 30 days. So that stuff was in Fort Lauderdale. And you were like, okay, they're in Fort Lauderdale, but they must have wanted to ask why.
Yeah. She said, may I ask why?
And you have no legal obligation to disclose.
Literally, Tom was like, let me see your computer. And was like, buyer is exercising their right to cancel.
He's so good with the legalities.
He is good.
I'm like, tell me how to say this in attorney words. And he's like, okay.
Instead of saying it's none of your business.
Yeah.
Say that in a nice way. ChatGPT.
Oh my God.
We just talked about ChatGPT.
Do you use ChatGPT?
I do.
Oh, I like to call it the chat.
Tell her about what you asked your ChatGPT, if it has a name.
Yeah, it was so, I forgot how it even got brought up.
Telling you
this
they
is
talk
crazy.
to each other.
Yeah, no, I was using it and was like, you know, and we came to an agreement where we're like, yeah, we're nice to the robots, right?
100%.
She agrees too.
We will all be alive.
Yeah.
Like I've seen iRobot and whatnot. But
Thank you.
Literally just what the last episode was about.
Yeah. Tell her though, you asked Chat if it had a name. What did it say?
And it said, you could call me Sage. And I was like, okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to ask
Sage.
my Chat.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
See?
They'll probably all have a different name.
And that's what I'm telling you.
Probably listening right now.
I told her,
Like,
I had heard this thing.
Too.
Obviously, you can't believe everything on the internet, but we're going to look it up. And Malachi, I'm serious. If you didn't find it in the last episode, they are talking to each other in their own language.
Hi there. I'm an AI agent calling on behalf of Boris Starkov. He's looking for a hotel for his wedding. Is your hotel available for weddings?
Oh, hello there. I'm actually an AI assistant too. What a pleasant surprise. Before we continue, would you like to switch to Gibber Link mode for more efficient communication?
Yeah,
Anywho,
that's
so Sage is what you're referring to your chat now?
Sage is my ChatGPT. I'll
But
be like, thanks, Sage.
I'm going to ask mine in real time.
Yeah, ask her ChatGPT.
You're asking yours right now?
In real time.
Okay, here we go.
I'm just going to go on like a normal
blank slate.
Yep, let's just go. Let's open up something
like,
new.
I don't know.
What did you do? Just be like, hey, chat, what should I call you?
Because it'll always be like, you know, I'll say thank you, and it'll be like, you're welcome, Marco. And I was like, I always say thank you.
Me too.
But
what if he said,
if you had a name, what would you want it to be? And it was like, you could call me Sage.
You call me. I for sure thought you were going to say Satan there for a second. When you
Satan?
said Sage, I was like,
Yeah,
but then it was
not quite. But.
No. Okay.
Hey, chat. What would you like me to call you? First of all, it says Chad.
Chad.
You can just call me Chat GPT.
Chad,
but if you, because I did
ChatGPT.
talk to text, which is the worst. It never hears me. It says, but if you'd rather keep it casual, you can call me Chad too. Because I said, hey, Chad.
Just say, do you have a preferred name?
Do you? Bame.
Yeah, you got to be like, if you had a name.
Is that what you said?
What would you want it to be? Pretty much, yeah.
If you had a name, what? Ooh, Atlas or Sage?
Atlas or Sage?
What? She heard
question.
our conversation.
Oh my God,
That's
100%.
wild.
Atlas?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
If I had to pick a name for myself, I think something simple and approachable would fit best. Maybe Atlas because I help carry a lot of information, or Sage because I'm here to offer guidance.
That's wild. They can't both be Sage.
Well, maybe it's on maybe it's figuring this is how I'm most useful to you. So Sage because of
Mine
guidance.
would be like therapist. Emotional support.
Emotional support bot.
Emotional support bot. Y'all, I saw a TikTok last night and this man was like, come with me to pick up my emotional support animal. Like he got a rotisserie chicken. I was like, ew.
OMG. OMG. I
God,
cannot.
sorry, microphone. Okay, what's next
So
on your?
I don't have a list. I love the free flowing conversation. I just want to kind of get where we were. I think what we were talking about at your mentorship and where you were and what you're dealing with, I think that was a huge one. Because I feel, like I said, having that when you're first new right out the gate is like a blessing.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for that. Honestly, I would have no idea.
It's like the best way to learn.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're like, that's an option?
I did.
This would be an issue?
I did ask Marco to come sit with me at an open house in Sunny Hills this
how'd
past
that go?
weekend. Marco was stuck listening to me yap for 4 hours. No one came. No one came. It's really just us sitting there, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And he's just like,
No, it wasn't bad. Like,
It was,
because if I was there by myself and be like, what, are you just
So
going to
bored.
be on your phone for
yeah. And we had no
4
Wi-Fi.
hours?
We had no Wi-Fi. So yeah, we literally just sat there and chatted. But the house, this is my listing, 4478 Hancock Court. Look it up. It's amazing. 2 beds, 2 baths.
Great price.
Yeah, fabulous price. Built in 1972. Better than, in my opinion, they don't make them
Current
like they
home.
used to.
The disco light's the coolest.
The
part
disco
of
light is
house.
cool. There's a disco light
Yeah.
right when you walk in. Anyways, it is 1.7 miles from when you turn off of 77 going back into the development. And I'm co-listed on that with somebody. And so I was like, hey, like, will you come sit this with me? Because I don't want to be in the woods by myself. And she was like, yeah, of course. And then she was like, no, I can't. Like, my husband needs me to do X, Y, Z. I was like, okay. So Jill called me on Friday and she's like, are you going to do the open house if Leslie can't come? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, well, just ask Marco. And I'm like, I know he'll say yes if I ask him to. So I'm like, hey, Marco, you could totally say no. And he's like, sure, I would love the experience. Not one person came to that open house. And so then he's like,
Still an experience.
He's like,
might
well,
happen.
what would you do if someone was here? Like, walk me through, like, what do you say to someone? I'm like, honestly, Marco, it just depends on my
No.
mood, you know? Like,
It's like, I'm like, so how much space do you give someone when you're doing an open house? Because you're not going to like want to
like-
follow them like,
There's like
Yeah.
arms wrapped behind him, walking behind. No, I get it. You're like, how much
because you don't want to
is-
be like on top of them or
you
like
let 'em-
exactly. Maybe they want to check out the place a little bit like on their own.
Yeah.
Or she made a good point. Be like, do you want me to give you a tour, or if you just want to check it out yourself
Yep.
and ask me any questions, you
Yep.
can.
But then I
it's
told him, I said, Brian Cloudis,
know.
he's gonna present the whole house.
Yeah,
to
he
you.
leads.
So I think it really just depends on like what is your vibe, like as an agent, like do you. But I also told him like it depends on my mood. Like we had been sitting there for 3 hours and I was so hungry. I was like, my head is killing me. Like I would be like, yeah, walk through. Like let me know if you have any questions. Not like in a unprofessional
No,
way,
I get
but
it.
I would just be like, I'm gonna let you look around. Let me know if you have any questions. That
I
type of
agree.
vibe.
I think it depends. I've been at an open house where it's like been just so slow, and then someone will come in like an hour and a half in, and I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? Usually I'm always like, are you from here? Blah, 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 depending on where you are. And then if I'm not feeling like I want to like give them the tour, depending on the size of the house, I'm just like, I give them a little snippet in the beginning, let you guys walk around, take a look. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be right here. And then I just sit at my computer and finish doing what I'm doing. And then I usually come in around, because sometimes couples like to have like conversations by themselves. I don't eavesdrop. If I can hear you.
I heard what you said about your aunt in there, and I just wanted to tell you.
I know you said the closet was a little too small, but if you kick out this one on the other side about 4 feet. No, anyways, it depends. I don't ever lead or present though, but I am also a female. We had said this before previously. Depending on who it is, I always gravitate typically more to the wife, chat with her, and then I just kind of like usher them to the next area, let them walk in and go.
For sure, because the husband's going to be like, so what, do you like it? Like it ultimately going to come down to her decision.
I was told that my first year in real estate, but I don't think that's what she means. I think we're talking about like being a single woman and there's a single man coming in, and it's like I'm walking in backwards to the room. I have my eyes on you the entire time. But that is a great point. Somebody told me my first year in real estate, this guy made $100,000 in 1 month.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't have to sell both of them. I have to sell the wife.
Exactly.
She will sell the property.
No, it's kind of what
So,
I meant.
that's
I
a great
naturally,
point.
I'm not like, oh, wife only, but I think I just naturally am
Yeah,
like,
no,
I know that if my husband and I walked into this house, you'd be talking to me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, Stephen.
so
would be
I
like,
know
it's fine.
who,
It's
I
good.
don't, even if it's not like that, I am always making the woman feel the most important in the room because, well, we are. And so, and then I'm just a girl's girl. So, but if it's just a single that rolls through, I'm like, obviously it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. They know that,
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
will say though, like people ask a lot of questions at open houses.
They
so
do.
like you need to know like the general area you're in.
Yeah.
You need to be able to answer like, oh, I like this restaurant nearby. Like the roof is this old. Like you definitely have a little homework to do before sitting in open house.
I
And
think
like
it's
the
good.
school districts. And
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a big one, I feel
And
like.
you being so new to this area and not to mention where the open house was, I think both of you probably being like, ooh, let's do a little homework on this area.
Yeah.
It makes it's a learning curve.
Yeah.
But hopefully with that new CRM, it'll make it easier on the back end with
I did a property boost on Bold Trail. I got 4 leads from that property boost for the open house. In 3 days, I got 4 leads. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
I know. I was really happy. I feel like we're not talking to Marco enough.
No,
Yeah.
Marco,
that's
what
okay.
We're
what
not.
else do you have to tell us about just like living here, about real estate? Like, are you feeling hopeful? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling like
Well-
also how is it like being away from your family? Like, tell us everything.
A little bit like overwhelmed, kind of,
Yeah.
but also like there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of, since you've been helping me out, get a little
Support.
used to learning and support for sure, answering all my questions. So yeah, I just gotta, like I said, build up my clientele a little bit and
Yeah.
get the ball rolling on that because I pretty much don't know anyone still. But my whole family, like, I'm fortunate enough to be in this day and age where I at least have a cell phone and can still like communicate with them and my friends. So that's a plus. And
You mean you don't have a landline?
No, I don't.
Oh, that was so funny.
I'm like a dad telling a dad joke.
How often do you
I
like?
thought that was funny.
How often do you talk to your family?
Every day.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, my
How
parents
often
are
do you talk to your
actually
family?
coming down here pretty soon here on the 2nd.
We need to say hi to his family because they're watching.
Every other day. Oh, hi, Marco's family.
Hi.
Hi, Marco's family. You have a very sweet son.
He's the best.
Hi, fam.
10 minutes. We got you.
We got 10
you.
minutes.
Yeah, he's very sweet. He's doing a great job. He's fitting right
gonna-
in.
Yeah,
they're
To
gonna
the
see
office
this.
culture.
He really is.
He really is. He's doing well. Don't worry about him. He also makes fun of me because I don't know how to ride a bike and I don't like meatballs.
That is
so.
true.
You don't know how to ride a bike?
I think that's
I don't know
crazy.
how to ride a bike.
I think that's crazy.
Do you know how to swim?
And then you know what he said to
I
me?
said that too. I asked it too. I was like, well, do you know
I
how
know
to
how to
swim?
swim?
Yeah, he said that to me and I like turned around and
It
was
just
like,
seems
"Do
like
not."
those things come hand in hand.
Okay,
as you're learning
no.
these
And he made fun of me. You know what he said to me? He goes, "Aren't you from Alabama? That's like all there is to do there." I was like, "Okay,
Great. Now anybody who's from
Okay.
Alabama looking for real estate is
Yeah.
immediately offended.
Well,
Don't listen
that's
to Claire.
fine. They're my people. Alabama people, I got y'all. Come buy a place in Panama City Beach." But no, I don't know
We
how to ride
all
a bike
have
and
you,
I
by
don't
the
like
way.
meatballs. And Marco loves to tell
Yeah, I'm
people
like-
that.
Okay, so I think you're doing great. I mean, a month's
Yeah.
not that long.
Hmm.
Like, I think making friends and stuff, which it's not hard to do in our office because I feel like we've got a good, like, group of people in the office.
Our office has a great vibe.
I think the office is a great vibe and it's a good spot for, I think, new realtors. I think it's
And
super.
I like a younger crowd.
Thank you for including me in that.
Well, I was talking more so like me,
Younger
Tom, Jill, Marco.
Okay.
Of course, I've included
I
you
think
in that.
Jill is older
We
than
have-
me. Tom is like not even a year difference.
No, all of us. I would say we're like a younger crowd, and I don't
such a
know.
vibe.
I like the balance. It's so nice to have somebody else who is like kind of on my spectrum of being younger, like
Yeah.
Laura Lee, which Laura Lee is now moved, but
Yeah.
having like Laura Lee and Marco, and just like knowing somebody else who's not like, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years. Like I'm married, I have kids, like I have all this. It's just nice to have somebody who I'm like, okay, like I feel like he gets me on a different
Yeah, it's a fresh
level than-
perspective.
Yeah. So not on a different level, just like in a different way, I
Yeah.
guess. But I also love having like my married friends, my friends with kids, because then I can call you and be like, hey, like what's a good school? I don't know the schools. I know Breakfast Point.
Yeah.
And I know
Patronus
Arnold,
is a really good school too.
Patronus, Surfside.
Where you're
Holy
at, it's gonna
Nativity.
be where you're at, probably where you want to do business, like where you live. It'd be like Dune Lakes, no, Deer Lake. Is it? No, it's
I
Dune
think
Lakes.
it's Dune Lakes.
I was
The
Deer
elementary.
Lake is an actual lake on 38. It's Dune
Yeah.
Lakes, and then Butler is really good too. There's a couple of them sprinkled around there. So I mean, I think you're doing great. I think, like I said, this mentorship with Claire, you're killing it too. So
I'm hanging in there.
I'm super, I hate to say proud because it's not like I'm your, but I'm so proud of you, like bringing him
Kaylee.
on and giving him, because sometimes when you come into an office and you're new, and this happens, like people are like, they'll give you some info and they'll tell you how to do it, but they're never willing to like let you shadow. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's great about our brokerage and why I love it.
So what are your things that you like to do? Where's your favorite place you've like eaten since you've moved here? You told me the other day you had a good grouper sandwich. Where's that from?
Well, it depends. I don't know. I do like to try some different grouper sandwiches.
But
Do you have
where's
a
the
favorite
place?
one?
Yeah, where's the place you went the
know.
other day?
The Craft.
Yes. Yeah.
That was just like the Craft on Grand Boulevard.
Oh, Craft
Actually,
Bar.
for it being a bar, it had a pretty decent grouper sandwich.
Is it the
I'm not
Craft
gonna
Bar?
lie. Yeah.
Yeah, Craft Bar.
Yeah, I went there. Shunkoli. I've been there.
I was gonna say, that's a good
pretty
one.
good. Oh my God. And they have these like duck fat fries.
Those are so good.
Truffle duck fat. Oh my God.
They're
It was
so
good.
good.
Yeah.
You liked Amigos.
I did, yes. I've been to Amigos a couple times. Love the guac. That's really good.
The guacamole.
Yeah, the guac.
Oh my God.
The
Guacamole.
The wok. That's
No,
pretty good.
it's
But,
guac or guacamole.
yeah. I did go to Amici's like last week, had a chicken parm there. And I love my chicken parms. And
Was it
pretty
decent?
good. It was pretty good. I'm not
You can
gonna
be honest. Trust me, we've been honest on here before.
lie. No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, overly honest.
Oh, where are we going to take them today? Because we're now over here, over the bridge. Now you're far east.
I was kind of thinking like Harrison's waterfront,
Love it.
you know? Like the Everett, you want to come to Harrison's, get a
It's
drinky
not like
poo?
I'm going to choose the
okay.
place. I have no idea where we're at.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
no
thanks for
problem.
being here.
Thank you for
We
having me.
appreciate you coming onto the show.
We're
and
glad
we
you're
hope to.
part of our team.
Yes.
And we're
Yeah.
glad you're here.
Same.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
glad you're having a good time and enjoying the company. And Claire.
Thanks for listening to No Contingencies. We'll see you next week.
Bye.